Hello, this is Heather of Shutterbug 101, here to talk to you today about SD cards, what to look for when purchasing one, and why formatting is important. Let's get started. More than likely, when you purchased your camera, no one told you what SD card to buy. You figure, what's so hard? The bigger the gigabyte number, the more photos I can take. What more do I need to know? Well, not only are some brands more reliable than others, but you may not realize that that little storage device has a limit on speed as well. And when I refer to speed, I'm talking about how fast your pictures save to the card and how fast they load up when you want to look at them. If you have either taken photo after photo or even used your continuous drive and gotten a black screen saying something like, "Please wait," where your camera locks you out from taking more pictures, most think their camera is the issue when really you just need a faster card. Now, if you have a camera that is over 8 years old, there is a good chance you don't need one of these fast cards. If you have an older camera, you want to look for an SDHC card, if your camera takes SD cards. Now, this is an SD card with high capacity. Now, notice there are differences in these cards other than the available space. Notice the 4 circled on the first card and the 10 circled on the other 2. This tells us what class the cards are in, which could be class 2, 4, 6, or 10. The higher the number, the faster the minimal saving speed for your photographs. So typically, you want to look for a class 10. If you have a 10-year-old point and shoot and only take 3 photos a day, you could probably pull off a class 4, but I like to be prepared for anything. You will also notice on that last card there is a U3 symbol, which the other 2 lack. Typically, you'll see a U1 or U3 on cards, which for speed in newer cameras, you always want to seek out that U3 symbol. Otherwise, for older cameras, the U1, or if it says it at all, will work just fine. Then there is SDXC, which is extended capacity, which you typically want with the newer cameras. Now notice how these have the same symbols as the previous set. You can see that the SanDisk is an SDXC, but is a grade 4, which goes to show just because it's a name brand you recognize doesn't mean it's what you're expecting. The ProMaster, however, has the U3 symbol, so it's going to provide the speed I need for my camera. Now there is one more symbol to look for, and this symbol will have to be on your camera as well. In some new cameras that shoot very high speed or 4K video, you will see by the card slot where it has a Roman numeral 1 or 2. If it has a Roman numeral 1, like what's displayed on my ProMaster card, or just says SDXC or SDHC, it's just a regular U3 SD card. However, if you see a Roman numeral 2, these are ultra high speed SD cards that you can only take advantage of if your card has that matching slot. These cards are different because having instead of 1 row of contacts on the back, there are 2 rows. This means that if you put this card into a Roman numeral 1 slot, you're not utilizing the card to its speed, and although it will work in most cameras, why spend the extra money on a card where it's not giving you the speed it's capable of? Now, if you have a Roman numeral 2 card slot, you can put a Roman numeral 1 card in it, but that doesn't mean it's going to make the Roman numeral 1 card go any faster. So do keep that in mind. Knowing the symbols to look for will help you find the card to fit your needs. Now, I also recommend buying in-store or from the company themselves. I have helped a lot of people who go online find a card that should be $30 and buy it for $10, and unfortunately, it's really easy for someone to take a cheap, unreliable card and put a different sticker on it. So what you get isn't what you thought you were getting, and like all camera gear, you get what you pay for. You also should be purchasing from recognizable brands. My top 3 is Lexar, Sony, and ProMaster. I haven't seen issues with them in my cameras, and ProMaster has a lifetime guarantee, which is a really nice feature to keep in mind. Now that we've gone over what to look for when purchasing your SD cards, let's go over the importance of formatting. I cover formatting in each of my walkthroughs, but because not many people know about formatting, I want to cover it here as well. When it comes to your SD cards, or any memory cards for that matter, these store precious memories, whether it's a wedding, your dog, or photos of your garden that you're proud of. The last thing you want to happen to your card is for it to lock you out or your photos to become corrupt, both resulting in losing those images forever. In every camera, there's a wrench symbol or a toolbox on the menu. Under this menu, you'll find the word Format. What Format will do is it resets your card to how you purchased it, brand new, permanently erasing all images off the card. I'm going to reiterate that. It permanently erases all images, so be sure to back up your photos to a computer, external hard drive, or online backup, whatever you gotta do. But if you want to start over before you go on a vacation, if you want to use the card in a different camera, or you just don't want to keep old photos on there that maybe you've already backed up, format your card every so often so you can avoid corruption. Also, no, your trash can does not do the same thing if you erase all. It's essentially deleting the visible file and making room for more photos. The more you delete and retake photos over time, the more likely you are to corrupt your card. Or if you're the type of person who just buys a new card for every new occasion and stores the card away, you can do that too. For any questions regarding good SD cards, which I have put a few links below for some reliable ones, which one would be good for your camera, or if you would like to see other tips and tricks videos, leave me a comment below. Until next time, keep your eye out for inspiration, Shutterbugs. Bye.